inside the building, what we're looking at behind me is the Community Resource Fair. These are local resource agencies. These are the people who can bring to this neighborhood what they need when they are in need. And on these tables over here are all free giveaway items, mostly from Lowe's. And there are 4 tables worth of things to give away. We'd like to see all of them go out the door today. All those items go out the door today.
So this is different, I guess, all kinds of home improvement things. This is to upgrade the neighborhood.
Yes. It's if they need it, it's there for them. It's there for them to take what they need.
We've got some stuff here from Home Depot that was donated. What's the purpose of this stuff? This looks like a bargain sale for interior trim.
I'm calling it our free yard sale. Rebuilding Together Lynchburg's mission is to work with our homeowners that need a helping hand to do some kind of repair work at their house, or maybe a home modification because somebody has a disability. So we have volunteers who do home repair work on their home. Well, Home Depot here in Lynchburg knows all about our mission, and they joined in several years ago to support us. As they have merchandise that is discontinued for different reasons, or maybe it is scratched, or whatever reason it's not what they can use, they donate it to us because we use it we operate, we integrate it into our homes of the work that we do with our volunteers. What we brought today is some of the merchandise that we can't directly really use in a home, and so today we're just giving it to our neighborhood friends who have come and joined us today for hot dogs.
I see a bunch of your players here and also some players from Heritage.
Yes, sir.
And you folks, tell me what you're doing here.
Well, we're doing some landscaping for Yoda Center, and we just coming out. You got 2 programs, 2 high schools. We come together as one to give back to the community.
This looks great. I guess they're just remodeling here. This is part of a big neighborhood project.
Oh, yes, sir, it is. We were extended the invitation from Parks and Recreation, and through coaches in the classroom, we were able to come out, put some guys together, and do good work.
Now, I saw you stretching a little bit. I guess this is, even though you guys, work out all the time and stuff, this is still a pretty good workout for these guys.
Yes, sir, it is. It's something that's going to really fill our hearts and, it'll do well for our souls.
Now, are these perennials? So these aren't seasonal things, right? So you can come by for years and check out your handiwork later on.
Absolutely. One of the things incentives that we had in coming out was saying that giving back to the community that does so much for us. And we said from years to come and generations to come, we hope that we'll be able to come back and we'll be able to see the legacy that we've left behind.
We got one guy from EC Glass, one guy from Heritage, and you've laid down the arms for today, and you've picked up some gardening stuff. How do you feel about doing this?
It's a whole bunch of hard work and laboring, so just got to get past the rocks, then you're good.
You think it'll be fun to come by here years past and maybe tell your kids I did that, I planted that?
Just to see what we did for the community. Yeah.
What about you? You having fun today?
Oh, yeah. I mean, we're just giving back to the community for helping us out for our football, and we're just giving back to the people because they helped us out so much.
What's harder, football practice or this?
This.
Yeah, I'd probably have to say this.
I saw your coach over there. I was like, oh, I need a minute. This is neat. Have you done landscaping work before?
When I was little, my dad used to be landscaping. Used to work at the airport, so I kind of follow his situations like that. So I did a little bit of landscaping when I was 8 years old. So used to grow tomatoes, cucumbers, every kind of vegetables, so we can not buy food like in the grocery store.
So okay, now I'm gonna ask you what I asked the other 2 guys. What's harder, this or a football workout?
I'll say neither.
All right, this is very muscular Daniel Madrano from Heritage High School.
I think it's a wonderful thing for the kids to volunteer that extra time. They could be doing something else, like going on a date or over in the mall somewhere. I'm very appreciative for them coming out, volunteering their time.
It's good that they got football players because these guys can handle it.
Yeah, well, some of this dirt is hard as a brick, so you have to have some strong arms and strong back to break up some of this topsoil there. But it's slowly but surely, it's rounding into shape.
Now, how do you feel about this today? This is kind of exciting to see all the folks helping out here today.
Yeah, I think it's wonderful, real wonderful.
So you've lived here your whole life in this area?
Part of it. Yeah.
And then what kind of stuff goes on here at the Yoder Community Center?
Well, we have senior citizens activities once a week, and the children every afternoon. And we have get-togethers in the evening, dinner once a month for the community.
Once a week we have a dinner for the neighbors, you know, to come out and meet and greet one another, you know. And we also have the neighborhood watch that takes place in this building over here, you know, once every month, you know, and, trying to keep the neighborhood.
You were in charge of this whole thing for 42 years.
Yes.
So
Yes.
Tell me, how did this thing start, and what exactly do y'all do here?
Well, it first started at you know, when I was in high school with my gym teacher, and when he was affiliated with Parks and Recreation, and also when this job came available, he was the one to recommend me to the job. And so at that particular time, the only thing we did was supervise the kids in different activities like sports, playing basketball, football, baseball, and whatever they wanted to do pertaining to recreation.
I'm looking here. You got a cookout. I bet over 42 years, how many hot dogs and how much macaroni and cheese did you eat?
God only knows. God only knows.
Now, this is an exciting day to see all these people, young people, and I guess some folks from the city. Tell me how do you feel looking at this? This is exciting, right?
Yeah, it's exciting. It's real exciting. You know, when I see these young people, because like I said, the time that I've been here is almost over, I've seen approximately going into the 5th generation of kids, you know, from this neighborhood. And so when I look around and see them all working and all, it makes me feel proud that they'll learn something.
I guess you've got places for the kids to play. I guess you can have community meetings in here.
Yes, we have community. We have neighborhood watch meetings here, and then we also have you know, regular community meetings. You know, when something, a special event or something like that, we have them here. And now that when I first started, we couldn't, because we wasn't in the building at that particular time. It was just an outdoor playground. And then in 1970, the city of Lynchburg and the school department, they turned it over to the Parks and Recreation. So we came into the building in approximately 1970. And from that time up until now, I mean until May the 31st of last year that I was here.
So it's 40 years old, but it's going to look better than ever tomorrow, or in about a week, I guess.
Yes, and they're doing a magnificent job. You look at it now. You should see the transformation from where at first to now. And so it's wonderful. Only thing I just hope and pray that, you know, that the kids, you know, take pride in it and, you know, and maintain the upkeep of it as well, so as a city. And because this right here is going to be a legacy, and I'm glad you know, I'm living to see it. And because so many have gone on, and no one never recognized them for the work that they've done. And so this right here is it's a wonderful thing for me, you know, for people to think enough of me to do this.
Hey, thanks so much. It's an honor to meet you, sir.
All right, honor to meet you too.
All right. I'm glad I don't have to plant all those plants.
Well, what I did, I brought them the auger, and that gas auger, so that'll help him out a whole lot.
We heard it.
Yeah, yes. Well, I got.
He's probably still fussing about the auger.
Yeah, you know, I was. It was very interesting. My son-in-law, you know, he wanted to put a fence around this lot, and so he asked me to help him. And so I told him, I said, well, you know, man, that manual household dig is not my cup of tea, you know. So I went and bought me an auger. I said, now if I have to put a fence in myself, you know, I can, you know, do it with that a whole lot faster than I can just manually, you know.
Is this a periodic thing, or is this the first time doing all this?
This is the first time doing all this right here, because see, years ago, all this used to be like the blacktop right there. Blacktop was down through there, and but then before that, they used to have what they call a large sliding board. Used to be in the back, because at that particular time it was just an outdoor playground, and all. And so, but after parks and after we got the building right here, and then I said maybe about, I think it was 19 and in the late 1990s and all like that, when they really started getting involved, because what we in the past we came up with a vision plan for this area, And so after we came up with the vision plan, then that's when they started really taking pride in, you know, fixing the playground up and all like that, so that other activities can take place in other than just coming playing after school.
Thanks.
All right. Okay.
Have a great day.
All right, same to you.
You are the landscaper who designed this whole thing. Tell me what went into that and what's going on.
Well, what we did was we had a number of community meetings and got a lot of feedback from the community. And we're here on this back side of the property. We're working to sort of alleviate some drainage issues. And so we've created this mound, and we're just trying to create a nice mixture of textures and colors across this back large leafy stuff that's going to kind of give a nice backdrop to this park setting we're creating.
Do you have a landscaping business?
I do. Crowther Landscape Architecture.
All right, well, this is exciting. I guess normally you have employees doing it instead of, you've got city folks, you got football players, just neighborhood residents?
Yes. I just do the design work, so it's nice to get out here and work with everybody from the community on the installation side of things. It's fun to see it go into the ground.
What was here when you first got involved, and what's happened?
Well, the center was here, but it was very, very modest and very poorly equipped. We got a huge number of people involved in nonprofits and got a lot of grants and some support from the city, and so the building itself has been a wonderful addition and lots of improvements there. And then the park needed every bit as much help as the inside of the building did, so that was sort of phase 2. And the city has been very much behind it, as have many, many, many other private groups and citizens. So this is the culmination of years and years and years of work.
Are you a volunteer?
Oh, yes.
What year did you get involved in this?
Back in the 90s, in the early 90s, I was the director at the city cemetery. And of course the cemetery is part of Tinbridge Hill. And so we always felt that at the cemetery, we felt that we needed the neighborhood as much as they needed us. And so we've been trying to work with them for many, many years. And it's just a natural outgrowth of what was going on there.
Today's an exciting day for you to see all this going on.
It is so thrilling, and to see all these people and then have all these kids coming and playing. And the young people from Heritage and Glass coming to help plant, and the other volunteers. It is, and a beautiful day, not a cloud in the sky. I mean, we could not ask for anything nicer. So I'm so happy.